Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here, and today I want to talk to you guys just a little bit about safety in the gym. And I know a lot of you have been training a long time and this might be redundant information, but I think it's a reminder that a lot of the newer lifters need to be reminded of. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. I started thinking about this again today because I was squatting in my new little dungeon that I've built today, and up until today I have never missed a squat rep. I've gotten every rep I've tried, but I was handling heavy triples today. I wanted to do a true 3-rep max. The second rep went up a little slow, but it felt good, but I dropped down for the third rep, so I'm not training with a belt right now. Sometimes my core can be a weak link. I dropped down ass to grass on the third rep. I didn't come up fast enough, so I didn't get my myotatic reflex, and when I started trying to come up, my core gave out. It turned into a forward lean right out of the bottom. I got buried. Now I have those Spud safety straps, and they were set pretty good, but when I got buried under that bar, already ass to grass, and they're still not touching the straps, I've given myself about 2 or 3 inches of clearance there, and ideally I would have liked the bar about 1 inch higher. If I could have just gotten 1 more inch, it would have made getting out of there so much easier. I felt like I pulled my abs almost trying to get out from under the bar because I was down on my knees and my butt and then trying to slide out from under there. And I wish I had 1 more inch on the safeties. And it made me realize that something needs to be highlighted again, is that making sure that all of your equipment is set up safely. Because a lot of us are in there training hard, you're moving heavy weight, you're trying to focus on doing your thing, but every now and then something can go wrong. And when something goes wrong, if you don't have safety measures in place, that's how you can get hurt. And then if you're having to worry about safety measures and worry about, is this rep going to be dangerous, what's going to go wrong, do I not have the safety set correctly, do I not have competent spotters, it's going to mess with your ability to train correctly. So not just are you looking at the injury potential, you're looking at if you're having to worry about safety stuff because you don't know if what you have set up is safe enough. It can mess with your training. It can mess with your head. And you're not going to be able to focus on your training. So it's very important ahead of time, I think, before you do a set, to make sure that safety straps you're using are set right, or chains you're using to catch the bar, or the safety catches on a power rack are all set where you need them. Make sure that they're set correctly to catch the weight at a height that you need for whatever you're doing. And I usually recommend setting those things about 1 inch below, sometimes 2 inches below your normal range of motion of what you're going to be doing. And it's the same with spotters. Make sure that you're using appropriate spotters. If you're bench pressing a heavy weight and something can go wrong, grab side spotters if you need to. Use 2 spotters, use 3 spotters. Make sure that you communicate correctly with your spotters. If these aren't people that you train with regularly, and even if they are people you train with regularly, you need to be able to communicate with your spotters correctly to make sure that they know what you need them to do if something goes wrong, so that they know what you need, so that they can make sure that you're safe. And most of you already know this, but it's just something that can be a good reminder. It's something that's important, that isn't always addressed by people, but it is very, very critical to what most of us do who are training seriously. And even for people who are not training seriously, or people who are recreational lifters not training to compete in anything, the same rules still apply. Make sure your equipment is safe. Make sure that it's set up correctly for your safety, everything adjusted to where you need it. And make sure that you use competent spotters who know what you need from them and that you communicate with them. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.